Hey guys, welcome back to Hike Oregon. Today's video is going to be a little overview of the Oregon Coast Trail. If you are new here, welcome to the Hike Oregon family. I make hiking and backpacking vlogs as well as gear reviews and just general tips and tricks videos just like this one. This video is going to be about the Oregon Coast Trail. I'm going to give you a little overview on what the Oregon Coast Trail is, as well as the different sections, how to navigate it, etc. As a resource for this video, I used Bonnie Henderson's brand new book, Hiking the Oregon Coast Trail. It is an awesome resource, and if you are at all interested in backpacking the Oregon Coast Trail, I highly recommend that you pick this up. This video is purely an overview. I don't go into any details of any of the sections as far as daily mileage, where to camp, where to get water. That would be a really long video, and I think each section of the Oregon Coast Trail could be its own video because there are so many details. I have personally not backpacked any of the sections. I have just done day hikes on the Oregon Coast Trail, and after reviewing Bonnie's book, I think there are two sections that really interest me and that I will definitely put on my list of places to go backpacking in the near future. So if you have been interested in the Oregon Coast Trail and just don't really know much about it, there isn't a ton of information about it, to be honest. This is by far the most comprehensive thing that I have found, and it is a brand new book. It just came out in late 2021. So thank God for Bonnie Henderson, because this is your Bible if you want to hike any section of the Oregon Coast Trail. She breaks it down into different legs that I will be referring to in this video. She has all the water sources, the daily mileage, where to camp, and all of that. So if you are at all interested in doing the OCT, definitely pick up this book. I will go ahead and link it down in the more info box below. The Oregon Coast Trail, or the OCT as many people call it, is a route that goes from the Columbia River all the way through the state of Oregon and down to the California border. This route is around 400 miles long, and almost half of it has you walking on the beach itself. The other half is either on trails or the shoulder of Highway 101. If you plan to through hike, the best time to go is June through September. There are many river crossings on the OCT, and the high water levels during the winter and spring can be very dangerous. If you are planning on backpacking a few sections, sections 1 through 3 can be done in April or May. Camping on the OCT can be a little bit tricky and will require some thorough planning and mapping before you go because of all the rules and regulations. Camping on the beach is allowed, but there are 3 big exceptions that will keep you from sleeping on the beach many nights. The first rule is camping is not allowed adjacent to cities and towns. The second rule is no camping adjacent to any state parks, state recreation areas, state scenic corridors, or state natural areas. And rule number 3, no camping in protected snowy plover nesting areas. These areas will usually have signs. So where can you camp on the OCT? Throughout the Oregon coast, there are many hiker, biker campgrounds, usually within the bigger campgrounds that cater to those bikepacking or hiking, and the campsites are usually a little cheaper than if you were traveling with a car or RV. There are also areas where you can stealth camp in the woods or in the dunes. Just watch out for the 3 rules I mentioned earlier. Resupplying food along the OCT is fairly easy because you are going in and out of towns every couple of days, so you can easily stop at grocery stores and you won't have to send yourself any resupply packages. In Bonnie Henderson's book, there was a note about not getting your water from streams along the OCT because by the time these rivers and streams get to the ocean, they have collected all sorts of herbicide and pesticide runoff and contamination from agricultural and farming runoff as well. Bonnie does say that there are many potable water sources along the way, and they are all noted on the maps in her book. Having a tied timetable is important for those sections where you are hiking past those smaller headlands or have to cross rivers that can only be crossed at low tide. Section 1 takes you from the Columbia River to Garibaldi and is 68.3 miles long. Bonnie has this section broken up into 8 legs where she mentions camp spots, food, water sources, and places to stop and look around. Section 1 encompasses incredible sites like Fort Stevens State Park, Ecola State Park, Arch Cape, Oswald West State Park, Nehalem Bay State Park, and Rockaway Beach. Section 2 takes you from Garibaldi down to Lincoln City and is 73.1 miles long. Bonnie has this section broken up into 7 legs, and this section also requires a boat shuttle between leg 1 and 2 across Tillamook Bay. Besides Tillamook Bay, notable sites that you'll see in this section are the Octopus Tree at Cape Maris, Cape Lookout State Park, Cape Kawanda, the Ghost Forest at Nescoen Beach, and Cascade Head. Section 3 takes you from Lincoln City to Florence and is 87.8 miles long. Bonnie has this section broken up into 7 legs, and this is one of the most straightforward sections of the OCT. Along the way, you will see Otter Rock, South Beach State Park, Cape Perpetua Scenic Area, Carl Washburn Memorial State Park, and Heceta Head Lighthouse. I have done many day hikes in this section of the Oregon Coast Trail, and this section is incredibly beautiful and I would highly recommend. Section 4 is the longest section of the OCT and takes you from Florence to Port Orford in 108.8 miles. Bonnie has this section broken up into just 5 legs, and legs 1 and 2 require a boat shuttle. In terms of elevation gain, this is by far the easiest section of the OCT and is primarily beach walking. Along the way, you will see the Umpqua State Lighthouse, Cape Arago, Shore Acres State Park, Bullards Beach State Park, Flores Lake, Blacklock Point, and Cape Blanco. I have hiked the OCT through Sunset Bay State Park, Cape Arago, and Shore Acres, and it is absolutely wonderful. Section 5 takes you from Port Orford to the California border and is 74.3 miles long. Bonnie has this section broken up into 7 legs, and this is probably the most difficult section of the OCT as it requires a lot of climbing over rocks, steep hillsides, and navigating smaller headlands with steep rocky cliffs. But this section, along with Section 1, are probably the 2 most beautiful of the Oregon Coast Trail. Notable landmarks you will see along the way are Humbug State Park, Sister Rocks, Cape Sebastian State Scenic Corridor, Arch Rock, Samuel H. Boardman State Scenic Corridor, Harris Beach State Park, and Crissy Field State Recreation Site, where the Oregon Coast Trail ends. Thank you so much for watching this overview video of the Oregon Coast Trail. If you have any questions, just put them down in the comments below. I will do my best to answer them. Like I said, go grab Bonnie's book if you're at all interested in doing backpacking on the OCT. Comment below if this was helpful at all, if you learned something new. I personally learned a ton doing research for this video, and I am super excited to get out on the Oregon Coast Trail and do some backpacking. So thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you on the next adventure.